short time. We're already on the last of the pace laps, I do believe. Should be cutting them loose here. Lucas and Cliff Mullins on the front row, then Damon Nagel, Scott Elston. Looks like Ryan File moves up in Montrose. Then at the back you have Tackwell, Pratt, Ernest, and Giglio.
You ain't first, you're last.
You're last. Gotta be first and last. Should remind me to turn certain alerts off. And green flag is out. We are underway from Cedar Lake in feature number 1. A lot of tight battling already. Ryan File trying to get inside Damon Nagel at the bottom there. Damon Nagel in the middle. Cliff Mullins up high as Lucas Heusman tries to drive away from him. 30 laps in feature number 1. 30 laps. Feature number 1. Ryan File now falling back into Pratt's clutches. Pratt started from the back all the way up to the 4th spot. If he can get it away from File. My apologies for a bit of a slow start today, but File able to hold on to that 4th spot. Mullins now battles Nagel for 2nd. And 10 cars here for the Cedar Lake double feature. 30 lapper and then a 40 lapper. File trying to hold off Pratt. Mullins gets a little out of shape down there on the bottom. File has to check up. That gives Pratt another shot at the inside on the 81. It's like File now gets to the outside of Cliff Mullins. Mullins keeps it tucked in on the bottom right ahead of Pratt. Pratt takes to the tires trying to find a way around. File may move up to 3rd here, going a long way around Mullins. And here comes Blake Giglio, tail into the field. Already it's a 6th, working on Pratt. Blake saw Ryan File pass Mullins on the outside. Now he's going to try, and Pratt, he's going to chuck it still down on that inside line. Has not changed his line. Now Giglio is trying to go through the middle. He'll get around the outside of Pratt. Now goes to the bottom on Mullins. Little surprised he got to the inside on Cliff. Cliff was hanging right down there on that inside line. Stay with this battle. You see Pratt now has moved all the way up to the outside wall, trying to find some speed. Giglio cuts him off on the straightaway, closes that outside line. That was Ian Montrose apologizing to Ashton Tackwell. Cody Ernest has not moved forward in the 88. He is stuck back in traffic behind Tackwell. Remember, he started with the EOL, same as the 81, and I think Cliff Mullins has gone around. Contact with Giglio, turns the 37 hard into the inside wall. Cliff Mullins already has Blake Giglio on his proverbial list. That's not going to help Blake at all.
Leader also gets wage for his restart. I forgot to mention that.
Mullins going around off the bumper of Blake Giglio. Blake up to 4th. File in 3rd. Nagel still holding on a 2nd. Lucas out in front. This gives Cody Ernest a chance to reset. Cody had not been making any progress back there. A little surprising to see the 88 not moving forward. Currently in the 8th spot. Giglio and Pratt started back there with them. Giglio's up to 4th. Pratt in 5th. They've gotten around Montrose and Tackwell and Elston. And now Mullins due to the spin. I believe that was Lucas choosing the top here for the restart. Puts Damon down bottom. File in 3rd. Has to give Giglio the top because lane choice is only for the front row. Ten down, 20 to go. Lucas gets the green flag, gets us restarted. Damon Nagel puts Blake Giglio to the outside wall, and that's going to take both of them to the pit lane, and Damon gets turned all the way down the pit lane, and that's not going to bring out a caution, but that was entertaining. Puts Blake, meanwhile, all the way back to the tail of the field again. He's going to have to recover. Pratt up to the 3rd spot thanks to all that commotion. He's trying to run right up there by the cushion, even a little bit above the cushion. A little contact with File. So File gets sideways on the straightaway. That only happens usually with contact. Pratt way up, trying to push the cushion higher. Brushes the outside wall on entry and exit. Trying to find a way past File. File putting all kinds of pressure on Lucas Hoytsma here. I believe there is contact between all three of our leaders right there. So we get a glimpse of a three-wide battle going on there. Right at halfway in this first feature. Montrose now 4th after all the commotion. Ernest is up to 5th. Giglio's behind him in 6th. Somehow Damon Nagel's returned to the track without going a lap down. He's hoping for a caution quickly. Pratt throwing the slider down the inside, starts to slide up the hill, not able to get in front of File, has to settle back to 3rd. But he went for it. File's hanging on to 2nd there. Lucas out in front. Montrose now 4th, is under attack from Cody Ernest. Ernest and Giglio 5th and 6th, putting the pressure on that number 1. Giglio squeezing by Ernest there. It's actually a really good pass. Takes away the 5th spot. Ernest trying to give it right back to him. Scott Elston there in a 35, red, white, and blue machine. Mullins at the back of the field in 8th with Tackwell in 9th. And then a bit off the tail of the field, actually right in front of the field now. Damon Nagel, after taking that pit road adventure, contact with Giglio on the restart. Still in the lead lap. But only just, as there's our top 3. Pratt into the outside wall, got a little too high. Definitely jumped the cushion that time. Look how high all 3 of our leaders are running now. Lucas running high, Field running higher, and then Pratt running highest. Now Pratt's going to send it to the bottom as our 2 leaders go to the top. Not quite able to pull off the pass. 10 to go. Completed 20. 10 to go. I'll try and find any weakness in Lucas Hoytsma right now. It seems the way to go is up at the top right now. Ernest trying to make hay at the bottom on Giglio. Seems that bottom's been pretty worn out. Giglio trying to run the middle to get some kind of pass done on Montrose. It seems until they can get that top to wear out. It's a one groove racetrack until they get it done. Blake trying that middle, making a little bit of ground up, like inch by inch, slowly making his way alongside Montrose. He's got 10 laps to complete the pass. He's going to slide it up the hill. Here comes Montrose back to the inside. Montrose going to push him up the track. That's kind of dirty. Giglio probably won't be too pleased with that. And that lets Cody Ernest get to the inside of the 16. See if Blake now returns favor and just pushes the one. Blake passed him clean, then Cody. You got Cody. Then Ian kind of gave it back to him a little dirty. We'll see if Blake doesn't mind putting contact on him now. Montrose gets that back end, rotated way too much. Blake's going to get the spot, and I think the 88's going to get to his outside. They make contact. More contact between the 88 and the 1. Man, Montrose just full contact sport today. Ian slides out to the wall in front of Ernest. Ernest chops between him and Elston, gets to the bottom, then catches a tire, shoots him to the middle. Montrose is going to power back around on the outside, and Elston's trying to take the spot on the inside. Up front, we haven't missed much. It's still Hoytsma, File, and Pratt. 1, 2, 3. Pratt's been working that inside, trying to make it work to get alongside File, but just not finding the traction he needs. Oh, that is a big hit into the wall by File, and that's going to give second to Pratt. Pratt says, thank you very much. He'll move up a spot into second. Lucas led from the pole so far. White flag in the air. Lucas Hoytsma half a lap away from picking up the win in feature number 1. As is going to be Lucas's. Pratt full scent there, bounces off the wall, trying to find something. Ian's turned on his side somehow. Hopefully we'll have time to look and see. Here it is, Ernest, Elston, Mullins all making contact. My goodness. Montrose got up on top of the 88, up and over he went. Hoytsvo, Pratt, and File, your top three. Montrose is going to finish 10th on his lid. Wow. That was a feature. That
top three to the waiting room.
That was a feature.
Track is open for warm up.
Let's go have a chat with our top three. Let's see if we can track down Mr. Lucas. Hopefully they'll jump up in the waiting room while I work on video. If not, we'll just pull in Joseph Pratt and Ryan File. See what we can get here. There's our Lucas. And let's use this and this. Look at that. So pretty. Alright, we'll go get him. He's hiding down in channels. Lucas, DG, got copy?
Yep.
Well, sir, we brought it home in the lead. Got the pole. All your competitors were sent to the back. The track became a one-groove racetrack, so it looked like the pole is how you won this one. I don't know. How's it going to be in the second when you have to come from the back now?
Horrible, because that first run before the caution came out, I was feeling good on the bottom. And as soon as the caution came out, we picked up all of the marbles off the track, just moved it all up the track, and it turned into one groove. And I basically, like you said, hold on by the pole position. I would not have been able to make a pass on any of those guys, and they definitely gave me a break a couple times. And yeah, it's going to be rough for me unless the track changes to the bottom again. Right now on the top, I do not feel confident.
Well, still has to feel good that you beat Blake Giglio in a dirt race.
It absolutely does. And after last night, it makes it feel even better.
10-4. All right, Bub, well, congrats on that. And we'll see what you can do here for feature number 2.
Thank you.
As Lucas Waitsman the 97, I'll put him back in his team channel. It's not that far. And then we'll bring in second place. I believe that was Pratt at the end there. Joseph, DG, got copy?
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. We were just watching you bounce it off the wall and give it everything to try and get a win there, but not quite enough to get past Lucas. A little too much of a one-lane track there to make a pass.
Yeah, that and people not knowing their surroundings is really going to be tough because they'll come out, swing out high, and cut you off when you're trying to go around them. So, man, it's definitely going to be way more aggressive.
10-4. Good luck coming from the back here in feature number 2.
Thank you.
Joseph Pratt. I'm not even going to ask him his sponsors because he's just going to say me, myself, and I. So we'll go get the third place guy, Ryan File in 81. Ryan, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, hello there. Nice to talk to you again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's feeling a little naked out here without my teammates. Still suffering from some computer issues, but we truck on.
That Wilson guy still doesn't know how to use a computer.
Can't figure it out. He
Yeah.
cannot figure it out.
I feel bad for him, though. No, he loves racing with us.
Wish he was here.
Yep, but we at least still got shine representation out there, and you get yourself a podium finish here. What did you maybe need to hold off Pratt there, not smack the wall really hard?
Yeah, just cooked it into 2. You know, I've always really liked this track. No matter the car, this track produces good racing around the top usually. You know, I think passes could definitely be made. You can definitely throw some sliders. It's not like Kern where it's just not really possible. So, you know, I kept the nose pretty clean on the car, surprisingly. I know I have a reputation, but there's only a couple bumps here and there.
Yeah, clean race for you.
Yeah, so we took it on third, so try to do 2 better in the next one.
10-4. Good luck coming from the back end feature 2.
Thank you.
Ryan File on the 81. Now we're going to go get Cliff Mullins. Cliff, DG, you got a copy?
What the hell did I do?
Well, I was going to ask you if Blake Giglio further cemented his spot on the list after turning you.
I mean, of course he drives right through me.
He's going to be starting behind you in feature number 2. Are you going to make it hell for him to pass?
I mean, I'm going to brake check him on the start, so that's going to happen first thing. But after that, yeah, I'm going to make it pretty hard for him. I was trying to do that when I started up towards the front. I felt like I was a little bit competitive right there, but yeah, and then Blake happened, so.
Or we'll be starting much better in feature number 2. See if you can't hold on to that track position. If he gets there, make it hell.
Yep, thank you.
There's Cliff. Oh, good times. All right, let's go ask Blake real quick before we get the actual thing going here. Blake, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good. You had a rough first feature there. What's it going to take to try and get the win here in feature number 2?
Track position again. I think it's gonna want to come down to. So we'll see what happens. Definitely not the fastest, I don't think. But it's really hard to pass. So if I can just get up front, hopefully we can control the race.
Is it kind of a one groove track and going to have to throw some crazy sliders to make something happen?
It's not. I think there's 2 lanes. I just think to be able to win the race, it's gonna be one on the top and the middle. I think. But yeah, I mean this track is really tight and hard to pass in general. So I think they're gonna have to throw some haymakers to be able to get it done.
And now you've done made Cliff mad. That's not going to help.
He'll be all right. He was fine.
10-4, bud. Good luck. Blake in the 16. We'll get him back down to his chat. There we go. He'll be rolling off a little bit closer to the front after a tough first round. As we move into our feature number 2. Get everything cleared out here and ready to roll. Car's starting to grid up out on track. Yamancho's going to be your pole sitter after finishing the last race on his roof. Not ideal if you're new to racing to finish on your roof. Ian Montrose, Damon Nagel, Cody Ernest, Scott Elston be your top 4. Row number 3 is missing, but it'll be Ashton Tackwell and Cliff Mullins. There's Cliff loading in. Ashton not out there yet. Ashton will start in the 5th spot. Then you have Blake Giglio rolling off in 7th, so he's ahead of the top 3 from last race. Then Ryan File, Joseph Pratt, and Lucas Huisma, your winner in feature number 1. So Montrose, always hard to pass. Now he's got the pole by virtue of flipping at the end of last race. We wait for Ashton Tackwell to get out on track so we can start the pace laps. And I'm going to talk to Ian. Ian, DG, you got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, it's one hell of a strategy to end up on your roof on the last lap of the first feature so that you get the pole in feature number 2. I don't think it was planned, but you're going to hold on to it and hold on to that track position and make it hell to pass?
What do you mean it wasn't planned? Did you see the technique it took to get on my roof?
It was a lot of contact, for sure.
We'll see what we can do to front. There's a lot of fast folks out here tonight, so we'll enjoy it while it lasts, but I think I'm going to get swamped pretty quickly.
Stand forward. Well, good luck, sir.
Thank you, dude. Take it.
Ian Montrose in the 1. We get a sub from Hunter Hawkins dropping the Prime Gaming on us. That gets us to 1 on the stream. If we make it to 10 during the Xfinity race, Hayden has to take the long way around for a lap. So we're 9 away from that goal. I believe that also gets us to 110, so we got to the next sub goal in our September goals going on. So thank you so much for that, Hunter. Field getting set for the start of feature number 2, 40 laps. We add 10 and invert the field from the last feature. Tackwell never did grid, so we're down to 9. 9 cars on track for feature number 2. Montrose starts it off on the bottom. Damon Nagel really has the preferred spot, but Montrose with the launch able to get in front. Surprisingly goes back to the middle instead of staying at the top. We saw in the last feature the top was OP. Get the cars roaring right at you. That's a cool shot. Lucas Huisma still back there towards the back of the field. Cliff's fallen all the way to 9th, so he's already given up his track position. Cody Ernest trying to make up for feature 1. He's working the inside of Damon Nagel. Blake Giglio's right behind Nagel on the high line. We'll see what prevails. Giglio had the back bumper on the wall. Now he works outside Cody Ernest. Ernest always known to run the low line. You heard Blake say that low line was kind of given up early, though. Thank you for following me. Welcome on in. Ernest and Giglio revenge race. We'll see how that unfolds. Montrose still holding the lead. Nagel second. Cody Ernest working the very inside, as is our leader. A little bit of contact there between Blake and the wall. Going 3 wide, almost 4 wide there for a moment. Ernest trying to take the lead on the inside lane. 3 wide out front here. Nagel through the middle. Montrose trying to keep it wound up at the top. Little contact between Ernest and Nagel. Ernest gets Nagel clear. Nagel tries to cut back inside. Blake Giglio was there. Little contact between Nagel and Blake. We have so many silver cars at the front of this field right now. It's crazy looking. Contact between Pratt and Montrose. Knocks the front nose off of Montrose. Sure, Montrose not pleased with that, and Pratt's going to go around. I think Pratt and Montrose gave it right back to him. Pratt's going to probably not be happy, and there it is. He takes out Montrose, puts him into the wall, and that'll be our first caution. Pratt giving it right back to Montrose. Wow. A lot unfolded there.
Good luck, y'all.
I think Pratt has had enough tonight. So that was him saying good luck to y'all. Let's try to see where this all starts. I know we're a little slow right here. Let's get this thing back to live motion. There we go. Must be contact between the 1 and the 7-1. Montrose hits the wall. Giglio gives him a little tap. But right here, they make hard contact. Nose comes off of Montrose. Montrose takes exception to it. Gets into the back of the 71. Gets him way out of shape. Lucas does a great job avoiding the 71 of Pratt right there. Then Pratt, he doesn't have any inclination of not hitting the 1 in that corner. Just flat puts Montrose in the wall in retaliation. Very deliberate maneuver there. Puts Montrose in the fence. And yeah, that happened. Ernest scored as your leader. Nagel second. Giglio now third. File fourth. Hoytsma fifth. Elston in sixth. Mullins seventh.
Whoa!
You get a random whoa. Let's see what this whoa was about.
Put his middle finger out the window.
There you go. Somebody's slipping somebody off. I was wondering. Restart. Here we go. Green flag in the air as the pace truck hauls ass into the pit lane. Ernest Giglio. And then Damon Nagel. Nagel has File and Hoytsma right behind him. Pratt having to recover from that spin. Trying to get back up towards the front. Now in sixth. Montrose, Elston, and Mullins. Blake gets to the bottom and actually gets out in front. Pratt's bouncing off the wall. I think him and Montrose are not done with their kerfuffle. We got cars spin. My gosh. Yeah, Montrose just paid back Pratt again. And then Pratt paid back Montrose again and collected Cliff in the process. And we're still green. So let's go back up front as we have sliders being thrown. Blake Giglio goes across the nose of Cody Ernest. Ernest going to try and give it right back to him here. He'll get up the hill trying to get the traction. Giglio keeps it low. Let's see if Blake throws the slider back. He's not clear. Ernest keeps the car on the outside. Blake not able to cross over. Ernest hangs on to the lead. Blake down low. Ryan File up against the wall. Damon Nagel battling him. That's for the third spot. The battle for the lead. The battle for third. Both quite intense. Coming up on halfway of feature 2. We've had a lot of shenanigans between the 71 and the 1. All still on the lead lap somehow. Their cars aren't broken yet. And now they're very spread apart. Hopefully the shenanigans will calm down and we can watch this race up front. Top 3 all right out by the wall. Lucas Hoytsma even up there. Damon Nagel still trying to make the bottom work. Now he's in the middle, gotten up off the bottom. I think there might be a little bit of traction if you can run the middle and then drive it low off the corner. It's just hard to keep your momentum up doing that. That's what he's trying to do there, though. It's more stayed in the middle that time. Now all 3 of the leaders still running right up by the wall. Hoytsma and Nagel now up there, too. Kind of settled into a groove here. Now Ernest going to run through the middle. He's going to try out something different. Giglio followed him. Looks like we're running the wall in 1 and 2, then a little bit lower on the other end. And Cliff Mullins has gone around in the 37, brought out our second caution, and that's going to bunch the field back up. Looks like Cliff just kind of lost it going through the slick. Needs to find him a spot with a little more traction to enter the corner on. Yeah. A little too much slick for Cliff. The good news is, for those of you that like drama, The 1 in 71 get bunched back up again. What could go wrong? The perfect time to use that
Play
emote.
nice now.
Oh boy.
Fuck him.
Oh, good times.
That's why you're back there and I'm up here.
Wow.
No, I said him, not you. Yes, he is the reason I'm back here, not up there.
Pratt and Montrose beefing on the radio.
Ricky McGinn.
Field's going to double up for the restart. Cody Ernest is chosen bottom. Giglio is going to be excited about that, I think. Feel like Blake was a little better on the top lane.
Oh my god.
They're making contact under warm-ups. What the? It's full contact night in the Dirt Street Stock Tour. Fort Worth Screen Printing Dirt Street Stock Series. Ernest gets a great launch on Giglio. Giglio's going to try and rip the top and get the momentum here on the backstretch. First they'll have to fight off Ryan File. And then I'll have to worry about trying to get past Cody Ernest. 15 laps to go. We got a bumper on the backstretch. Cliff's Ian, what the heck? Cliff bounces off of Pratt and into Ian like he was sent with the middleman. Jeez. My gosh, Ernest all over the wall. Giglio trying to make it work a little bit lower. Running through the middle. Pratt using Cliff to do his dirty work. Yeah, it seems like it. Whole top 5 up against the wall on this end of the track. Down in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 are a little different. See him run through the middle of the top 2. Then it gets a little higher as they go back. And the whole top 5 runs right at the wall down in 1 and 2. You get options down in 3 and 4. Seems like the top 3 have figured it out a little better down in 3 and 4. Putting a little bit of separation on the other 2. Blake trying to find a line that Ernest isn't in to gain speed with. See him searching around, trying to run about a lane, half a lane maybe down lower. That wall line is just killing it down in 1 and 2. Blake gets a little momentum there coming off the bottom. And he's going to send it to the inside, try the slider. He's going to get position. Ernest has to cut it back to the inside. That's good dirt racing there. Now the File gets to the inside of Giglio. Giglio's going to try back to the bottom again down in 1 and 2. Up into the wall he goes right in front of Ernest. Ernest was trying to get it back to the inside. Had to bounce it off the wall a few times. Doesn't quite get the 16 clear. They make contact and then get some clear. It's about as close as you can make it there. Scared is probably the right emotion right now. See if Blake sends it here again. Ernest enters down on his door. Keeps him from being able to do the slide. That was a smart move there from Ernest. This time rings it out to the wall. He's going to know to cut back this time. Blake tried to park it on him, but just couldn't quite keep the car in position. And they trade the lead once again. This time Giglio tried to keep the bumper on the outside. Ernest actually had him clear, but I don't think he knew it. Now Ernest going to throw the slide. Try to hold off Giglio. Blake gets a cut back to the inside. This is such good stuff. Ryan File right there waiting for a mistake from either one of them. He's going to even stick the nose in there. Hoyt's in the 4th spot. Damon Nagel 5th. Blake back to the inside. Ernest battles to the inside. Bounce off each other and the wall and the 81. And around goes Ernest in the 88. We stay green. Shockingly. Thought for sure that was going to bring out the yellow. We stay green. So a little mistake by Ernest gets him up into Giglio while Giglio was on the wall. And that spins out Ernest. Ryan File then right there in it, didn't have time to react, collects the 88 and sends him around. Now File second. We have the white flag in the air. Blake Iglio, your leader. File a quick blink there. And Lucas just might find his way back to the podium after winning Feature 1, which is damn impressive. And File, haven't seen him out here in a while, but he's going to pick up a podium as well as Blake Iglio gets the win. File second. Lucas Leisman third.
That was one of the best dirt street stock races I've been a part.
And had a wreck next time. Fucking faggot.
Wow, there's the ban.
And you're gone.
Oh, me.
Blake Giglio, your winner. And he disappears very quickly. Let's pull him into the broadcast. Blake DG, you got a copy?
How's it going?
It's going great. We got someone else to ban. We got another big 3. You know, it's a fantastic time of night. You got the win here in feature number 2, and well, it looked like it was pretty fun out there. You had so many sliders going on. You and Cody Ernest. That was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, that was gnarly. Actually, I didn't really. There was a couple of them that was barely clear for both of us. I'd have to say. I mean, that was great racing there between us 3. Who got banned?
You didn't hear it?
No, it was muted. I don't have chat on.
Oh wow. Well, you can
What's
probably
the number?
You can probably guess.
Oh, 71.
There you go. See, not hard.
Okay. That's bad that I can actually guess that.
Yep.
Anyway, shout out to everyone for racing tonight. That second feature was great. I'm just happy that we were able to finally, get one. I like getting one of the 2. So I was glad I was able to get one, and looking forward to Sonoma here in a little while.
I was going to say, do you actually have the guts to run the whole Sonoma race tonight?
I don't know about the whole thing. I like to crash. So we'll see what happens at the road course. Sonoma's one of my favorite ones, so hopefully we can do good.
Did you hear the challenge that Hayden put out?
No.
He said if we get 10 subs in channel before, the end of the race, he'll take the long course, between 4 and 7 where you take the little extra dip.
4 and 1. Oh, okay.
The whole extra carousel that turns it into a Y shape,
Oh, so he's screwed if we get that one.
Uh-huh.
So, guys, you hear that? Listen, I'm trying to win a road course race, so can we please do that?
And we've already got 1 sub, so we're only 9 away.
If I win a road race, I'm going to be very happy. I haven't won one of those in, forever, so.
Since that time you wrecked Lucas for one?
Yep, that was the only time I've ever won one, and I will do it again. I will do it again in a heartbeat. So, hopefully we can get a road course win in my Kenworth number 16.
Sam 4, well, congrats on your win tonight in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Dirt Street Stock Tour, and we'll see you out there in the Arc Music Xfinity Series in a little bit.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Drop him up in the waiting room, and now we will look for second place finisher, the 81 of Ryan File. Ryan DG, you got a copy?
Oh, hey, sorry, I had a deafen there. There was a homophobic old man with a big ego in the waiting room. I didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. I'm doing good. How are you?
That was a crazy one there. Did not mean to spin out Cody. Didn't really have anywhere to go. Giglio and Ernest were just going at it, and I was just kind of waiting for something to happen right behind him, and it did.
It did, and it ended right in your lap.
Yeah, I mean, I said I wanted to do 2 better. I did 1 better. I'll take a 3rd in a second. I really don't do a lot of street stocks or iRacing in general, so I'll take it.
Yeah, it looked like it was a good time out there. You had a great view of that battle for the lead for the longest time, and then next thing you know, they're bouncing off one another and turning sideways. You had nowhere to go, but still picking up the second.
Jealous, but
jealous
kept the
because
nose clean.
Jealous because they were having more fun, or jealous because they were ahead of you?
Both. But I mean, hey, it was fun in 3rd too. It was honestly a great race. I love this track. Like I said, I love this track no matter the car. Always fun racing around the top.
Sam 4, we appreciate you coming out. Hopefully we'll see you back here next week. It's always good to have you out. And got friends, family, sponsor shout outs for your P2 finish there?
Shenandoah Shine, of course. Wall Magnet Photography. Bradley, unfortunately, obviously couldn't be here. Just all the shine. Hopefully we can get the win next week.
Sam 4, congrats on a strong run, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Ryan File brings it on P2. Now we'll go track down Lucas Hoitzman in the 97. Lucas, we get to talk to you twice tonight. How was it out there, my friend?
Oh yeah, I got 3rd. It was exactly how I thought it would go. Made quick work at the start, a bunch of people wrecked, and then once I got up to those 3, it was just kind of, all right, I'll just watch them go up ahead of me, and I'll kind of learn from what they do. And luckily, Ernest wrecked out, so I was able to take home the podium, I guess. I think it would have been a 4th place if that didn't happen, but it was still a really good night, especially for me and Blake. It was, I mean, Blake came into this, he's like, oh, Cedar Lake, and now he's saying this is the best race he's ever been a part of in the street stock. So
Funny how that works.
it really is, but yeah, I had a good time.
10-4, congrats on that P3 finish. And did you enjoy the battle? Like, I'm pretty sure you got a good view of Blake and Cody going at it there for lap after lap.
Oh, I had a great view of it. I was hoping one of them would wreck each other, all 3 of them, into the pit entrance, but it didn't happen. But
I mean, you got one of them to wreck. It's good enough, right?
yeah, oh yeah, I'll take what I can get.
10-4, congrats on the strong run. You got your friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for us?
Yep, just you for doing the broadcasting, Fort Worth Screen for sponsoring, Damon and Scott for all the work they put into this, and everybody who's racing in Xfinity coming up.
Heck yeah, that's going to be fun. You think you got it what it takes to win there tonight?
I hope so.
Well, the rumor is, and I mean, I don't even think it's a rumor, I think it's well established now, if we get 9 more subs in the channel before the end of the Xfinity race, Hayden has to take the long way around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, get to work, everybody.
9,
Get to work.
just 9 subs away. All right, man. Good luck in Xfinity in a little bit, and hopefully we get to talk to you over there, too.
Yep, thanks. See you there.
Lucas Hoisman, 97, giving him a little bit of hope, because I know Hayden's going to be very strong at Sonoma tonight, leaving us in the booth to jump in there tonight. Let's run through our final results here in Feature 2. Blake Giglio, Ryan File, Lucas Hoisman, Damon Nagel, Joseph Pratt, who's now banned, Cody Ernest, Scott Elston, Cliff Mullins, Ian Montrose, and Ashton Tackwell are the 10 drivers in there in feature number 2, and yeah, that'll do it from the dirt track. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and get ready for Xfinity tonight. Thank you all so much for being here, and we'll have Xfinity here in a very short order. Thank you so much, and see you soon. And that concludes the YouTube. Now we can hang out on Twitch and wait for